Chromium tanning has been around for about 140, 50 years. It involves using chromium-3 salts to tan the leather. The advantage of chromium tanning over veg tanning is that it's much quicker. You can make a piece of chrome tanned leather in less than a week. Some veg tan processes take over a year. Yes, we have one of our veg tanners here has a process that takes over a year, depending on what you're trying to achieve. So obviously you can see in terms of speed and volume, chrome tanning has an advantage. It's cheaper than veg tanning, which matters, but it produces a different kind of leather. Chrome tan leathers are flexible. They have a very high heat resistance relative to other leathers, which is important when you're doing things like making shoes. You put a shoe on a last, that uses high temperatures, and then that leather won't shrink, which obviously if you're making a shoe, you don't want the shoe to shrink as you're trying to put it together. So it has its advantages. However, when I'm talking to people about tanning, I always come back to the point that you should start with what you're trying to make and how you want it to perform and choose your tannage from there. So, some of these beautiful heavyweight leather bags that we see work very well in veg tan leathers. Veg tan has a beautiful habit, a beautiful tendency to forming a pattern. It absorbs oils and things like that and becomes very unique, very individual. So it really depends on what you're trying to achieve. So decide on what you want, determine the tannage you need, and then find someone who's doing it well. Okay, so this brings us on obviously to the sustainability angle of things. Chromium is a chemical, like all chemicals. You can use it well or you can use it badly. And actually the same applies to the word sustainability, because it is a word that's thrown around very lightly with people making lots of rash and unsupported claims. Coming back to the Scottish Leather Group, they are one of the most sustainable tanneries in the world, without a doubt. They are approaching zero waste in their production levels. They produce a chrome tanned leather. And they are not unique in being able to produce a very high quality chrome tanned leather with minimum impact on the environment. It's all about how the chemical is used, not what chemical you're using. And to evidence that, there is very little research that's been done on the life cycle analysis of the various tannages. But the one piece of comprehensive work that's been done was done by Eurofin's PLC Leather Technology Centre. Unfortunately, they own the right to it, so it's not in the public domain, but some of the evidence has been published. But what they found was that if you look at the life cycle analysis of the three main tannage types, veg tan, chrome tan, and synthetics, the overall impact is roughly the same. They have specific impacts in different areas, but the net impact is no different. So what it comes down to is making sure that people who are using the chemistries are using them well. And if you do that, you can pretty much got a choice about what you want to use.